Hello everybody, my name is Felix and today we will be building the Dragon 135 scale Brumbar mid-production with zimmerit. I'm really excited to build this kit. It does come with zimmerit. You can decide to build it with or without the zimmerit. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So, right off the bat in the kit, we have the painting and markings. This camouflage is in Italy 1944, and it shows all the sides and everything. They are not in blue. Don't let that confuse you. I won't paint it in blue either. So that's a nice little touch. And next up, what was in the box? Some metal pre-made wire, the decals, the German insignia there, the clear bits, the photo etch pieces that are included in the kit, the side skirts that are metal, and yeah, that's pretty much like the special pieces part. Next up, you can build it with zimmerit if you want to. You don't have to. This is a piece with zimmerit on it. It looks really, really nice. This is the box on the top. I will be building it with zimmerit. And also, it is a bathtub style hull that has the zimmerit on it. Yeah. Then the tracks, some really nice tracks. Yeah. Just some more screws. And I don't want to bore you with all of these screws. There's some of the engine deck pieces, the fenders. And that part does not have zimmerit. There will be another part that does have zimmerit if you want to use it. Just like here. There is the very same part right there with zimmerit. So really it's a matter of opinion and what looks best in your opinion, and that's what I like about Dragon kits. So yeah, that's what's in the box right off the bat. Okay, I did a little bit of progress since the unboxing, and there's two sets of return idler wheels. These are the early version for the Brumbar. These are the late version, and you might be able to see there is some photo etch in there. I didn't record making these because it was pretty hard with photo etch. So I will be using the late return idler wheels, and then we have the drive sprocket. I've made one of them, and it's a pretty simple assembly. So just take some of your Tamiya glue, and then match up the horns, and bam. So now we have two drive sprockets and two return idler wheels. And so, just to clarify, this is the photo etch. Like sprue, I guess. I did cut out the rings, and then I have some clamps for later. But now we're gonna move on to the lower hull assembly. So, actually there are, I don't know why I didn't, how I forgot this, but there are actually a couple more wheels before we can move on to the lower hull. And so I've cut these out from the sprue, and they did leave some pretty ugly marks. So what you can do is you just take your nail filer and run it along There's also a seam line that you can cut off with your hobby knife. And then just go through them all. Yeah, and I'll do all of these, and then we'll move on to the other road wheels. Okay, so I actually I went ahead and cut all these mini wheels off the sprue. I cleaned them up with my filer. There's actually quite a few of them. There's 16, so it took me around like half an hour. It wasn't hard. It was just time consuming and pretty repetitive. But now all that's left is to glue them together. So let's go do that. Okay, so I actually I just cut these all off the sprue. I haven't cleaned them up yet. That pain has yet to come, as well as the assembly process of these awfully evil road wheels. So I will do that, and also there's some really, I don't know if you can see, but there's some really ugly seam lines running down the middle. So let's just get this over with. And when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so that took quite a while, but I managed to sand and clean up all of these. So now what we have to do is we have to glue them together, and I actually when I was recording, I forgot to sand these, so I went and cleaned those up. So yeah, let's put them together. Okay, so I cleaned them. I glued them. So the wheels are ready to go. I have all the wheels, so we're ready to move on to a more interesting part, the lower hull. So let's just get that going. Okay, so I cut out all the pieces and I cleaned them. These are the pieces for the lower hull. I just wanted to show you something. That right there I don't know if you can see. That has zimmerit on it. And that piece doesn't. I'm gonna use this one. I just wanted to show you guys that. So, there's quite a lot of pieces, but it seems fairly simple. So let's just get right into making that. Okay, so I glued all the pieces onto this. I did have to sand down that piece that goes through them for it to fit, but now all I need to do is just glue it on. So just get some glue. There, and I may need to use some filler for this. Other than that, it's a pretty nice fit. Okay, so now that we got this glued on, we can finally move on to the back plate. So let's just make that. Okay, so now that we made this, there are some more pieces, but those will go on later. This piece there, right there, I had a little trouble with that piece. You don't need to sand it or anything, you just need to kind of focus, and it's kind of hard to do that while recording, so I didn't, but now we can just glue it in, and this fits a little better than the front, so just put on some glue. That should be good, and then just pop it in. Maybe run a little bead of glue on the inside, just to make sure. And There, that should be good. So now we have the back and the front fixed. Now we're going to move on to the parts that go there that hold on the wheels. So let's go do that. Okay, so now I went ahead and I cut out all these pieces. I cleaned them up, and there were some sub-assemblies, so I just made those. So now we can move on to putting all these pieces on the lower hull. It shouldn't take that long, so let's go do that. So I cut out all the pieces. I sanded them, cleaned them. There are some seam lines going down the middle of these, but I do like that it's a one piece, not a one piece exhaust, but the tube is one piece. So basically, all we need to do is assemble the exhaust and this thing. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but after we assemble them, we can just glue them onto the back of the hull. Okay, so I glued on all the details on the back, the exhaust, these things that I still don't know what they are. So also I had forgot to put on the hooks and these for the idler, but I put those on, and so everything fit really well there, and it looked really nice. It did cover up the zimmerit, but that's fine because you'll be able to see it there. Put on all of these, and the detail on these dragon kits is really nice. They even have rivets and plates in the bottom, and you gotta appreciate that. But yeah, so that is the end of this video. Make sure to keep an eye out for part 2, which will be the upper hull. But for now, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.